What's up, y'all? Looking forward to being undisputed in September. Let's get it. Work time.
Canelo comes out and does what Canelo should do, Canelo wins the fight. Canelo comes out and does what he shouldn't do, Crawford wins the fight.
Terence Crawford once again shocks the boxing community with his new bulked-up look and a vow to become the undisputed champion against Canelo Alvarez. However, Crawford's trainer Brian "Bomac" McIntyre avoided revealing too many details about the fight, though he expressed excitement for the opportunity. He's eager to see Crawford take on this challenge and prove his greatness. Bomac believes Crawford is one of the sport's all-time greats. As his trainer, his focus is on guiding him to victory, working closely with the entire team, including Red and Bernie, to help secure the win.
First off, how excited are you about it, and break the fight down for us?
Well, I ain't gonna break the fight down for you because I don't want to get a game plan away, but I'm excited for Terence more than anything.
Bomac continued by saying that Crawford must have seen something when he called out Canelo. He pointed out that it was Crawford who initiated the challenge, which means he truly believes he can win. Bomac emphasized that it's their job to help him reach that level and secure the victory.
The man must have seen something when he called to Canelo out, because you gotta remember, bro called Canelo out. So he must see something in order for him to get that win, and he know he can win. So like I said before, it's our job to get into that.
Caleb Plant noted that Terence is strong and packs a solid punch. He's capable of fighting from both orthodox and southpaw stances and can handle various ranges: mid, close, and outside. Plant said it's an exciting matchup, but there's still uncertainty about the outcome, which is why everyone is eagerly looking forward to seeing how things unfold in the ring.
I give him a chance. You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox, southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside. And he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's exciting. It's a big question mark on the end of it, though. So that's why, I'm sure all of us are excited for that bell to ring and, be able to find out firsthand.
Plant also said he would encourage Terence to be himself. He mentioned that Terence can fight on the inside, mid-range, and outside, and can move effectively in both southpaw and orthodox stances. Plant advised him to stay relaxed, enjoy the process, and focus on having a good camp. He added, "Let the dice roll and see how it goes."
We'll just encourage Terence to be himself. As I said before, from the inside, mid-range, outside, southpaw, right hand, moving left, moving right, he can do it all. So I would encourage him to stay relaxed, go in there, have fun, have a good camp, and let the dice roll, right? So, right here.
Showbiz the Adult mentioned that there's a chance Bud Crawford was right when he said 168 pounds might be too big and that 154 is probably his limit. He pointed out that Crawford may not feel comfortable fighting at middleweight or super middleweight, but still believes he can beat Canelo. Showbiz suggested that Crawford might think he can't compete at 168 or against fighters like Caleb Plant, but he still believes he can take down Canelo.
Chance that Bud Crawford was absolutely right when he was talking about 168 is too big and 154 the highest. There's a chance that Crawford doesn't feel that he can fight at middleweight or super middleweight. That's not the point. But he thinks he can beat Canelo. It sounds the same, but it's different. Y'all saw Sugar Ray Leonard getting his ass whipped at middleweight, but he beat Hattie. You get where I'm coming from? There's a chance he's like, I can't beat Caleb Plant, or the hell, right? I can't campaign at 168, but I can beat Canelo.
Regis Progrise stated that he's picking Canelo to win, believing that weight classes exist for a reason. He respects Crawford as one of the best, but feels Canelo's strength and experience at higher weight classes give him the advantage.
I got Canelo on that one. Crawford. Yeah, I got Canelo, bro. I mean, I was watching Canelo earlier, Canelo versus Triple G. I mean, I just think that it's weight class for a reason. Crawford, the best. I think Crawford, the best fighter on the planet. Been the best fighter on the planet for years, you know what I'm saying?
Progrise acknowledged it's hard to bet against either fighter, but feels Canelo's success across multiple weight divisions makes him the tougher opponent. He ultimately chose Canelo, even though he has great respect for Crawford.
Usyk and Inoue, they're the best on the planet. But for me, obviously, I'm American. We got to stick with the Americans. So I think Crawford the best fighter on the planet. But Canelo, I think Canelo just a different monster, bro. They always say this, bro. They make weight class for a reason. So I got Canelo, bro. It's hard for me to Canelo like the tank, bro. It's hard for me to go against him. It's hard for me to go against Bud too. But oh man, with Canelo with going up those weight divisions, I feel like I'm going Canelo.
Brian Norman said he initially had a hard time choosing a side in the fight because both Crawford and Canelo are great fighters. He noted that the bigger fighter usually has the advantage, but then considered examples like Roberto Duran and Shane Mosley, who moved up in weight and won major fights. Based on that, Norman believes Crawford can do the same, so he's picking Crawford to win.
I love that fight. With that fight, I went back and I was sitting and marinating on it. At first, I couldn't pick a side for real because they both are good fighters, and we all know good fighter, check. But you got a good smaller fighter and a good bigger fighter. The good bigger fighter got the advantage. But then I started thinking about it. Roberto Duran jumped 2 weight classes and beat the man, Sugar Ray Leonard. Shane Mosley jumped 2 weight classes and beat the man, Oscar De La Hoya. So why Crawford can't do it? So with that being said, I'm going for Crawford.
Crawford and Canelo have been training hard, with Crawford focusing on his versatility and refining his ability to switch between orthodox and southpaw stances while staying sharp in all areas of his game. Canelo, meanwhile, has been working tirelessly to enhance his power and conditioning, preparing to dominate at 168 pounds with explosive precision. Both camps are intense, designed to ensure each fighter reaches their peak for the high-stakes matchup. Canelo has also been spotted sparring with Jamie Munguia, showcasing his relentless training and passion to face the biggest fighters. However, the major issue surrounding the fight was Crawford's weight, but it seems nothing can stop Bud Crawford from making big fights. With his new bulked-up look, his physique reflects the hard work he's put in to face the Mexican monster, Canelo Alvarez.
Living the dream, baby. We going up.
Crawford's training camps have been extremely intense, as he's putting in relentless hard work to prove his legacy against Canelo Alvarez. Moreover, Terence Crawford promised his fans in a new video on social media that he will surely become the undisputed champion. Crawford left no doubts for his fans this time.
What's up, y'all? I'm looking forward to being undisputed in September. Let's get it. It's work time.
Roy Jones Jr. contended that weight wouldn't determine the outcome in a potential clash between Canelo and Crawford. He stressed that the key factor would be Canelo's approach to the fight. If Canelo stays focused on his advantages and uses a tactical game plan, he's likely to come out on top. However, if he makes errors or lacks strategy, Crawford might exploit those openings and take the win.
The weight won't be the factor. The factor will be how Canelo chooses to make the fight. If Canelo comes out and does what Canelo should do, Canelo wins the fight. If Canelo comes out and does what he shouldn't do, Crawford wins the fight.
Jaron Boots Ennis has talked about the difficulties Terence Crawford could face when trying to put on weight for a possible fight with Canelo Alvarez. He highlighted that Crawford would need to add 14 pounds, which might affect his speed and overall performance. Ennis stressed that while gaining weight is challenging, it's unclear how Crawford will adapt until they step into the ring, leaving the outcome uncertain until the fight actually happens.
You said how difficult is it? Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little difficult because you got to, what are you going to have to put on, like an extra 14 pounds? So he might be a little slower, or who knows, he could be faster. I don't know. Like, it's just, you got to add more weight and gain more muscle and stuff like that, moving up in weight and things like that. So it's a little harder, but I don't know. You know, we'll see on fight night how he'll look.
Teofimo Lopez shared his perspective on the potential Crawford versus Canelo fight, stressing that both fighters need to focus on winning their upcoming bouts first. He believes it's important for them to take care of business before thinking about a showdown. Lopez noted that in today's boxing world, a fighter's reputation is shaped by their most recent performance, so it's crucial to see how they perform in their next fights before making any predictions.
Yeah, that's what it's been talking about. They've been talking about it. I mean, listen, they just got to win their fights first, and then we'll see what happens then. You know what I mean? If they're gonna fight before they fight each other, I think that's the smartest thing for both parties. And then we see how they look, and we go from there. Because nowadays, in the modern day era, you're only as good as your last.
Amir Khan stated that while Crawford is a big guy, size alone might not be enough to defeat Canelo. He acknowledged that Canelo has significantly improved his boxing skills since their fight, becoming more technical and refined. Khan highlighted Canelo's strong performances, particularly against fighters like Bivol and Munguia, proving that despite talk of aging, Canelo remains a powerful force in the ring. In Khan's view, Canelo is still a beast, and his continued improvement makes him a tough challenge for anyone.
Size, bro, remember, Crawford then is a big boy as well. Crawford's a big guy when it comes to weight. A box fight, yeah. I think Crawford, in my opinion, but size might matter. But then again, I think since when I fought Canelo's become a better boxer. He started boxing more better. You know what I mean? Technical more. Especially against the last fight against Mangui. He boxed really well as well. And he's looking really good. He's still, a lot of people might say, oh, he's getting old, this, that, another. But no, Canelo's still.
Including Crawford, B.R. Edwards shared his thoughts, stating that he's picking Terence Crawford to come out victorious against Canelo Alvarez. He predicted that Crawford will win the upcoming fight by decision, emphasizing his belief in Crawford's skills and strategy despite the challenges posed by Canelo's size and power.
I think Crawford gonna win. I do. Okay. I'm picking Crawford to win a decision.
Blair Cobbs shared his deep respect for Terence Crawford, calling him a good friend and a fighter he's backed for years. However, Cobbs admitted it's hard for him to choose a winner between Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. He acknowledged the tough challenge Crawford would face against Canelo's resilience and size. While Cobbs hopes Crawford wins, he understands the major hurdles Crawford would have to overcome in such a high-stakes fight.
I don't know. It's just hard for me to see, and I'm a really big fan of Crawford. I've called him out for years, and I'm really good friends with Crawford. I think this would be a very, very steep task for him. So I'm not really picking anybody. I just really want to see a good fight. I would love to see Crawford pull it off, but it's very hard for me to see all of that happen with the variables of Canelo. Canelo is pretty tough, pretty big.
Joel Diaz strongly disagreed with those who believe Crawford could easily defeat Canelo, calling them stupid due to the significant size difference between the fighters. Diaz explained that Canelo's size and power could change the outcome of the fight with just one punch. He pointed out that while Crawford has moved up from 147 to 154 pounds, jumping to 168 pounds would be a massive leap, as it's 2 weight divisions higher.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions.
Danny Garcia expressed his excitement about the potential matchup between Canelo and Crawford, recognizing them both as top-tier pound-for-pound fighters. While he found the stylistic clash intriguing, he pointed out that Canelo's size at 168 pounds would present significant challenges for Crawford. Garcia also highlighted that, despite the difficulties, the fight would attract massive attention and generate a huge financial impact, making it a landmark event in the boxing world.
At the end of the day, they're 2 great pound-for-pound fighters, and if they feel like, it makes sense and they want to fight each other, stylistically, it's a great fight. But, Canelo, he's a big dude, and I think it'd be hard for anyone to beat him at 168. But, it's definitely a big money fight, and that's why we're all in boxing.
Jose Benavidez Jr. expressed strong support for Terence Crawford, stressing that many people are underestimating him in a potential fight with Canelo Alvarez. He acknowledged Canelo's size and weight advantage, but emphasized Crawford's sharp boxing intelligence and strategic approach. Benavidez also expressed disappointment that his brother, David Benavidez, never got the chance to face Canelo, though he noted only Canelo knows the reasons behind that. Despite this, Benavidez is confident in Crawford's abilities and believes the fight would be thrilling.
For now, Crawford's he's smart, he knows what he's doing. Canelo, you know, I mean, he's not that big of a guy. He obviously weighs more, but I mean, you can't take nothing from Crawford. He goes in there to win. So I mean, I feel like it'd be a good fight. You know, it sucks that my brother didn't get the opportunity, but I mean, only Canelo knows why it didn't happen. And you just gotta keep moving forward, you know, but it's gonna be a good fight to watch. I got Crawford.
Benavidez Jr. praised Crawford's boxing IQ, particularly his ability to switch between stances, which adds to his versatility. He noted that many fighters already fear Canelo, giving him a mental edge, but Benavidez is confident Crawford will approach the fight differently. Believing in Crawford's strategy, Benavidez thinks he could use that confidence to gain the upper hand over Canelo.
He adjusts. He's a smart motherfucker. He adjusts. He not only does he switch from southpaw to orthodox, but he's just a smart. He has a high IQ in boxing, you know, and that's what I feel like. All these fighters that go in there to fight Canelo, they already go in there scared, is what I believe, you know, which already beats him, you know. So Crawford's gonna go in there to not gonna go in there to fucking. So I mean, I have it going Crawford, bro, to be honest with you.
Adonis Wilkins shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, noting that Crawford's decision to move up to 168 pounds could be a disadvantage. Wilkins acknowledged Crawford's talent, but pointed out that moving up in weight after already jumping to 154 pounds could slow him down. He believes the extra weight will play a significant role and that Crawford won't hit as hard as Canelo, whose power will be more dominant in the fight. Wilkins feels that if Crawford struggles with the weight difference, Canelo will have the upper hand.
And if the paperwork gets signed up and finished, if Crawford can get him to come down some weight,
no, it's gonna be at 68.
That's a bad look for Crawford. I love Crawford, dog. I think he's real talented, but we see him at 154 going up in weight class, and he kind of struggled. He didn't struggle, but that weight was definitely a difference. To go up another 2 weight classes after that, we're gonna see a lot slower Terence Crawford. Yeah, his boxing ability is there, but Crawford don't hit like Canelo. Canelo's coming down for that fight. It's gonna be rough. So I'm gonna give it to Canelo. Love Crawford.
Wilkins predicted that Canelo would win, likely in the later rounds, comparing the fight to Canelo's bout with Caleb Plant, where Plant was ahead early but began to fade as the fight progressed. Wilkins expects Crawford to struggle with the weight difference and lose stamina around the 10th round. He believes that once the fight reaches the later stages, Canelo's power will take over and he'll start landing heavy shots, eventually wearing Crawford down.
Fight goes. How does it go?
I'll say he's going to get him in the later rounds because of the weight difference. The weight difference is going to affect Crawford's win most likely, so he's probably going to slow down around 9th, 10th round. I think it's going to end up just like the Caleb Plant fight. Caleb Plant was winning that fight until them later rounds, so when it gets into them later rounds, I think Canelo's going to speed up and start really hurting him with them power shots.
Sean Porter highlighted that Terence Crawford holds the advantage in height and reach over Canelo Alvarez, which could be a crucial factor in their potential fight. He pointed out that Crawford's physical attributes, such as his size, make him a strong challenger for Canelo. Porter believes this matchup would be a true test for both fighters, showcasing their strengths and skills in the ring.
Yeah. You know? And Terence is already taller than him, you know, has the reach, you know?
Interview 27. Porter also noted that the timing is ideal for both Canelo and Crawford, as Canelo has fewer big-name opponents left to face, making Crawford a natural next choice. While Canelo is a seasoned veteran with vast experience, Porter believes Crawford has the skill and timing to make it a thrilling matchup. He sees this as a great opportunity for both fighters to showcase their abilities, adding even more excitement to the potential fight.
Canelo Alvarez is losing big-name fighters to fight against. Yeah. There's really no one else with a big name for him to fight against.
Yeah.
Benavidez deserves that fight, but his status isn't the level that Canelo, you know, kind of forced it with the young kid that he just got in the ring with.
Yeah.
Edgar Berlanga. He forced it with Edgar, you know, and he's that guy that you can get people to come to the fight no matter who you're in the ring with, you know. But all that being said, same thing for Terence. Terence is fighting a Canelo Alvarez who's been around the block. Canelo Alvarez who's been in quite a few wars. And, you know, I think it's perfect timing for both.
Robert Garcia mentioned that while he would likely pick Canelo to win, he believes Crawford will put up a strong challenge. He acknowledged Crawford's skills and determination, but ultimately feels that Canelo's size and experience will give him the advantage in the potential fight. Garcia stated, "I do probably pick Canelo also, but Crawford will put up a good fight." Frank Warren expressed his excitement about the potential Canelo versus Crawford fight, calling it a fantastic matchup for boxing fans. He believes that with the right people involved in organizing major events, this fight could become a reality. Warren is hopeful about its occurrence and sees it as a vital fight for American boxing, highlighting the importance of thrilling matchups to keep the sport appealing.
If it's done, I mean, as a boxing fan, I can't wait to see that fight. It's a fabulous fight. If anyone can get it done, His Excellency's the man, and you know, he's been a massive fan of both those guys, and I know when we sat down and when we sit down and talk about up and coming shows, that's one he's always wanted. He's always said he'd love to see, and I'm pretty positive that it will happen. And fingers crossed, they get that over the line, because what a fight that'll be between those two, and a great fight for American boxing.
Yes,
you know, it's a real great fight. You need great fights.
So, what are your thoughts on this? What do you think about Crawford versus Canelo? Share your opinions in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Also, make sure to check out our other videos.